Have you ever wondered what makes someone a visionary leader? What makes certain entrepreneurs able to see beyond the obvious and transform not only their companies, but the world? Today, we're going to briefly explore the stories of 10 of the greatest business leaders who changed the world. These men revolutionized entire industries, and the lessons they left behind are real pearls for anyone who wants to achieve success. Each of these leaders faced difficulties, made bold decisions, and created innovative solutions that still impact our lives today. By watching to the end, you'll discover valuable lessons that can transform the way you think, act, and achieve results. Want to know how to develop a mindset that really makes a difference? Then stay with me and see how these brilliant minds can help you see new opportunities and achieve your goals. 1. Henry Ford, the revolution of the automobile industry. Let's start with Henry Ford, a name you probably already know. But what really made Ford such a revolutionary leader? He was the man behind the idea that cars didn't have to be a luxury for the few. Ford wanted anyone to have access to a car, and that's how he did the impossible. He made the car accessible to the middle class. And how did he do it? Through a concept that changed the industry forever, the assembly line. Before Ford, making a car was expensive and time-consuming. He innovated, creating a mass production process that drastically reduced cost and time. But that wasn't all. Ford also believed that his workers should be well paid. He doubled the minimum wage in his factory, allowing his own employees to buy the cars they produced. Ford's lesson? Innovation is important, but taking care of the people who make the business work is essential. 2. J.P. Morgan, the power of strategic investment. Now let's talk about J.P. Morgan, a giant in the financial sector. Morgan was not just a banker. He was essentially the architect of the modern economy in the United States. When the American economy was about to collapse, he literally saved the country from a financial crisis, not once but twice, by lending millions of dollars out of his own pocket to the government. In addition, he was instrumental in creating major companies such as General Electric and U.S. Steel. He had a strategic vision. He knew how to consolidate industries and how to invest in companies that would have a lasting impact. The lesson here? Knowing where and when to invest is the differentiator that can take a business to the next level. 3. Sam Walton, the retail empire. Sam Walton was the founder of Walmart, the world's largest retail chain. What made Walton a visionary was his ability to see what people needed: low prices and convenience. At the time he started, the idea of large stores with everything you needed at affordable prices simply didn't exist. Walton was a pioneer in creating a distribution chain that reduced costs and allowed him to offer lower prices than his competitors. He also understood the importance of being close to the customer. By opening stores in small towns, he conquered markets that others ignored. His lesson is clear. Being ahead means knowing how to meet your audience's needs in a way that no one else is doing. 4. Steve Jobs, the technological revolution. Steve Jobs was undoubtedly one of the greatest innovators of modern times. His vision transformed the way we interact with technology. Jobs believed in a simple principle: technology should be accessible, beautiful, and easy to use. And it was this vision that guided the creation of products such as the iPhone, iPod, and iPad. But what really set Jobs apart was his obsession with perfection. He wanted every detail to be impeccable, from the design to the user experience. Jobs' lesson? Never settle for good when excellent is possible. He teaches us that a great vision is not just about what you create, but about the experience you give the customer. 5. Jeff Bezos, the transformation of e-commerce. Jeff Bezos revolutionized e-commerce with the creation of Amazon. In the beginning, Amazon was just an online bookstore. But Bezos had a much bigger vision. He wanted to transform the way we buy anything, and that's exactly what he did. One of Bezos's greatest achievements was his ability to think long-term. He was willing to sacrifice short-term profits to build something much bigger. An example of this was the idea of free shipping, which seemed crazy at the time, but won the loyalty of millions of customers. Bezos's lesson? Don't be afraid to take risks, especially if you believe that those risks can take you further in the future. 6. John D. Rockefeller, the creation of an oil empire. John D. Rockefeller was the founder of Standard Oil and built one of the biggest oil empires in history. What set him apart from other entrepreneurs of his time was his ability to cut costs and dominate the market. Rockefeller wasn't afraid to make tough decisions. He cut costs, bought out competitors, and invested heavily in efficiency. Although his tactics were often seen as aggressive, no one can deny that his vision changed the oil industry forever. The lesson here? Sometimes, making bold decisions is what separates the good entrepreneur from the exceptional one. 7. Bill Gates, the future of software. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, had a simple but powerful vision. He wanted to put a computer in every home and office. To do this, he developed the Windows operating system, which has become the most widely used software in the world. What made Gates stand out was his ability to see the future before everyone else. When most people still saw computers as complicated and inaccessible machines, Gates already knew that they would be essential to everyday life. Gates's lesson? Anticipate future needs and act before others see the opportunity. 8. Andrew Carnegie, the steel baron and philanthropy. Andrew Carnegie was a steel magnate who built one of the greatest fortunes in history. But what really makes Carnegie stand out is what he did after building that fortune. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Carnegie believed it was his responsibility to give back to society what he had earned. He donated a large part of his fortune to fund libraries, universities, and peace projects. Carnegie is a powerful example of how success in business can be used to benefit the world. His lesson? A leader's true legacy is not just what he builds, but what he leaves for others. 9. Alfred Sloan, the salvation of GM. Alfred Sloan was the man who saved General Motors from bankruptcy. He innovated by creating a diverse range of cars, adapted to different types of consumers. Sloan believed that the secret to success was to offer choice. He also pioneered the practice of updating car models annually, creating a sense of novelty and desire among consumers. Sloan's lesson is that sometimes the secret to success lies in customizing what you offer to meet the needs of different audiences. He teaches us that knowing how to adapt to change and anticipate customer desires is crucial to surviving in the market. 10. Lou Gerstner, the reinvention of IBM. Last but not least, we have Lou Gerstner, the man who transformed IBM from a decaying company into a giant of the digital age. When he took over, IBM was on the brink of bankruptcy. But Gerstner saw an opportunity. He shifted the company's focus to services, and in doing so made IBM billions of dollars in profit in the internet age. Gerstner's lesson is clear. Sometimes, in order to survive, you have to completely reinvent your business model. Adaptability is the key to staying relevant in a world that is constantly changing. These 10 business leaders didn't just build great businesses, they changed the world. They saw beyond what most people saw, and had the courage to act on those visions. The lessons they left behind are valuable for anyone who wants to succeed in their career or business. Which of these stories inspired you the most, and how can you apply these lessons to your own life? If you like these stories and want to learn more about how to become a visionary leader, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Leave a comment telling us which of these leaders impressed you the most and why. See you in the next video.